What's going on, everybody? It's your man with the plan, ShaneMan20. We're on our way to work, and on today's video I kind of just wanted to talk about something that it's already been announced. Everybody's sort of already talked about it, but I wanted to kind of give my opinions about it. And that is the Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE. This thing is the badass of all badasses when it comes down to anything Chevy Camaro related. This thing is like, this thing is the pinnacle of track focused car, anything you can buy off the showroom floor technology. Okay, it's literally the true definition of going and buying a race car. I mean, nothing short of building your own. I mean, this is, don't get me wrong, guys, this is an exciting thing to see out of vehicles like this, especially with the fact that you're going to be able to get a warranty with it. I mean, you know, that's kind of unheard of. You know, it's really exciting to see. It really is. However, I'm just going to throw this out here right out of the gate, because I know everybody has been trying to say it but just hasn't quite said it. And at the same time, I know everybody's thinking it, and I know everybody's thinking about saying it, but they just haven't done it yet. And that's just this. All right, Chevy. All right, GM. You got us. You duped us. You got us good. We were sure that this was the 2018, 2019, whatever you want to call it, Camaro Z28. We thought this was it. However, with that said, I think where we may have lost track of that is in the videos that you see. A lot of the spy shots, a lot of the spy videos, I should say, show this car at the Nürburgring, and in some of the videos you can hear a distinct supercharger whine. And I think a lot of people were kind of skeptical. You know, is this the end of an era for a naturally aspirated Z28? Well, obviously not. So Chevy has made it clear that the Z28 name is, you know, a lot like the Grand Sport, so to speak. It's a naturally aspirated piece that is track focused. That's what it is. It is basically the closest thing you can get to buying a race car without having to go to a race team and have them build it for you. But anyways, we thought for sure this was going to be the Z28, and we were wrong all the way. At least some of us did anyways. But aside from all that, let's talk about the ZL1 1LE. This thing is an absolute track monster. Wow. Wowee. This thing really is, I mean, if you guys haven't seen the pictures of it yet, I will leave a link below on Chevy's webpage that you guys can check out, because this thing is an absolute monster. This thing comes with a lot more aerodynamic goodies. The front splitter has been redesigned. It comes with a carbon fiber rear wing. It comes with the fancy looking little dive planes, which, if you've never seen these before, a lot of racers tend to put these on their cars. Not like trying to down the racer community or anything, but just saying, guys, we know your game. But anyways, those dive planes, what they're meant to be for is to help maneuver air around the bumper and help push down the front of the car more. So it's kind of in addition with the front spoiler. It's supposed to help add much more downforce to the front end of the car and keep it from getting a little too nuts. This car also features a lot more suspension goodies. I mean, these are like on par with what we would expect out of a Z28. This is why we thought for sure this was going to be a Z28. This comes with a new Multimatic DSSV dampeners for the front and rear. Basically what DSSV stands for is, DSSV stands for Dynamic Suspension Spool Valve. It's a fancy word right there. I know it. So basically what that means is now your car will be able to pretty much handle very well, and basically what all that means is this thing's going to stick to the track pretty well. Now don't go buying this car thinking it's going to be the smoothest riding thing. Granted, it is still a ZL1. It's still going to have a lot of the ZL1 goodies, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be something you can daily drive either. It's not something you would necessarily want to daily drive. I would think that'd be really uncomfortable, honestly. And the Multimatic dampeners aren't the end of the suspension upgrades. You've also got adjustable front suspension in such a way that you can adjust the ride height. That's kind of nice. You can also adjust the anti-roll bar in 3 different ways in the rear. Oh my God. I mean, like I said, this thing is literally borderline a Z28. Like, if you would rip the supercharger off, I'm pretty sure I would consider it a Z28. I mean, I would love to personally see a 7-liter LT engine, but I don't know if that day is going to come or not. I would definitely see somebody pulling that stunt. I could see somebody ripping out an LT4 to punch out a LT block and make it a 7-liter monster, if you will. It's probably doable. Somebody's going to do it. But anyways, of course, with all the aerodynamics and the suspension stuff to go with that, you're going to need good wheels and tires. The wheels are going to be wrapped with Goodyear Eagle F1 Supercar 3R tires. And these things will be able to handle 1.1 G lateral motion. Okay, so they're expecting this car to do some serious shit going around a track. Pretty much, if you hit 88 miles an hour at a corner, you're going to see some serious shit. And of course, you know they put a lot more weight reduction into this. They've reduced weight in the wheels. They've reduced... Sorry for the random cut-in, but anyways. Now you know that all the effort GM put into all the aerodynamics and all the suspension, you know that they're going to pair it up with a good set of wheels and tires. Now, judging from the pictures that I saw, it looked to me like it was a lighter wheel than the standard 1LEs would get. You know, like the 1SS and the 2LT versions of it. It looked like a slightly lighter wheel. And on top of that, and for the tires, they wrap their wheels with Goodyear Eagle F1 Supercar 3R tires that can handle up to 1.1 Gs of lateral motion. I mean, granted, the car is only meant to handle up to 1 G of lateral motion, but let's put it this way. If you ever have to push it in excess of that, be assured that the tires are going to handle it. That is awesome. And you know that they've helped this girl get on a diet just a little bit. You know, you've got some of that weight savings in your wheels. You've got it in your dampers. I believe they said they had some lighter glass in the rear. I mean, they've done their homework on this car. This car is like I said, it is borderline Z28 without the Z28. It is basically getting all the nice features of a ZL1 minus the 10-speed automatic. Well, not really millions, but thousands at least. You know, so with that said, I'm really hoping that this car does well, but I'm not pushing for it. And granted, that's also a 6-speed car too. Now, one of the major downfalls of the new ZL1 1LE is probably going to be the fact that they are not going to offer the 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, I realize that the 1LE package kind of has always been this track-focused package with a manual gearbox. Completely understand that. But I think this should have been the one exception that maybe they should have put it in there. And you know, honestly, I think if somebody were to drop that 10-speed automatic in that car as it sits, I think it would have been much faster around Milford than the current setup. Probably not by very much, but still enough to say, hey, maybe we ought to think about this. So, again, that's just kind of a personal opinion, personal preference there. I think they're doing themselves an injustice by not doing it. But, you know what? I'll keep my mouth shut. Maybe we'll see what happens with the Z28. Who knows? Anything is very possible. So with that said, that wraps up this video for the new ZL1 1LE. If you haven't seen it already, like I said, I will leave a link in the description to GM's webpage so you guys can check out all the information about this car. This thing is an absolute track monster, and not only that, it just looks good. So with that said, that wraps up this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time stopping into the channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget about that little notification bell next to the subscribe button. Make sure to hit that so you're always notified when I post new videos, because nobody likes being left out in the dark. I don't like being left out in the dark. But with all that said, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Take care. Have a great day.